What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about the fact that EA Sports destroyed a fan favorite card in Derk Henry. Now, yesterday the big plan was we were going to try to go ahead and grab this card, have some fun with it, roll out, just play like a complete idiot and have some fun with it. Turned out that the card was a lot worse than we actually thought. Now, one of the things that I want to make sure you guys understand is you can always check once the card is released everything that's going on as far as abilities and everything with the card, so that you don't have to really wait to find out or go other places to figure it out, right? When you go to the catalog and you go to upgrades, you can go over to the ability section and just press the button on the actual ability even though it's locked, and it'll show you what the card is actually getting. Now, this card gets Dashing Deadeye, which is cool, right? He doesn't get anything else that's really good. He doesn't get Hot Route Master. I don't believe he gets Set Feet Lead either, because he needs 94 throw power. So everything is like under what you're supposed to get by like one, because what they wanted you to do, right, is to kind of have another avenue with a faster card that doesn't really get abilities, so that you have to use abilities on other players. But because there's so many players with, Hot Route Master, Gift Wrap for 0 with Jalen Hurts, there's so many other options. I don't see what EA's plan was here, because it's a limited card that people were paying over 2 million coins for. And immediately when I was live streaming, I told you guys, like, yo, this card doesn't even get Hot Route Master. It doesn't get anything. So why are you spending over 2 million for it? Soon after that happened, the price began to plummet. All right, because everybody is understanding, there's not much you can really do, with a card like this, because he won't throw the ball like Andrew Luck or even Lamar Jackson, obviously, because he doesn't have that type of release. I think he has like a generic one. So you have to give him other abilities to make him work. So look, this is the only thing that you would be able to do. I'm just, give you guys some options with it. If you go with the Dashing Deadeye for 1, you would have to literally, he does get Fearless, I believe, but that's standing in the pocket though. So you don't really worry about that, because remember, if you play the way that I've been running around like a savage idiot, I run outside the pocket. So this doesn't apply. You see what I'm saying? If you're going to stand in the pocket and throw it, plus in Madden 24, you have built-in Fearless in most cases. You will see a player run right in your face, or you'll run right at someone else's face, and he will just throw the ball right at you, and it's going to be, completely accurate. Every year Madden changes, so I don't want my viewers to believe that this game is any different as far as stupidity goes, because certain things are just going to work, and that's it. It doesn't have any rhyme or reason about it. It's just going to work. And Fearless, like I said, you'll get some under pressures randomly, but for the most part, everybody has built-in Fearless. And even with the most recent update, people are still throwing dimes while you're sacking them. It's really disgusting. All right, so I just want to make sure you guys understand that. If you were just looking for someone with Fearless, and even with the 4 AP, that's like really stupid to have, Dashing and Fearless, and then you got to go with Gunslinger anyway to get his release better. And then you also need Gift Wrap. So these are just some of the things that you have to understand. It's a very, very difficult way to explain what's going on, but some of you guys really believe that your players are going to catch the ball without gift wrap. Let me explain something to you, right? Recently, I tried that because, my viewers are like, yo, G, you got to try this out. What's going on with gift wrap, right? And I'm like, okay, let me be the idiot and go ahead and try it out. Look, bro, when I tell you that everyone dropped the ball, for you to put a game out where players that have like 95 catching can't catch the ball because the quarterback doesn't have an ability. Guys, you got to tell me what you feel about that. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. That's why all logic with this game is out. I don't even play the game to try to have a scheme. Most of these pro players are just coming out in bunch and throwing like double posts and just doing weird stuff, or it's like weird wheel routes, or you running trips and just throwing verticals with a corner. There's not a lot to do with the game itself. Madden right now, in the current state that it is, even with all the hype that it had coming into it with all these new playbooks, everybody's going to settle in with a specific playbook that has a nice RPO and something else that's stupid. It's not going to be anything else because the game is completely changed. So realistically right now, when you look at the abilities that he has, it's a really awful card. Okay, so if you were able to sell it and you got rid of him for like 2 million, you were very smart. I don't know, like a lot of you guys are like, yo, I pulled him, G, what should I do? And I was like, get rid of him immediately, right? Because I'm going to give you guys that live feedback If you guys are watching my streams, whether it's Twitch at GmiasWorld or YouTube, or sometimes I'm streaming on both, you guys can see that I'm gonna let you guys know based on just what the meta is, because I want what's gonna get you guys the most wins, regardless of your skill level. It doesn't matter. Even if you don't want to roll out, like let's say you don't want to play like me and just lose all hope in Madden, right? And just say, you know what, I'm coming out to destroy my opponent's life and I don't care. It wouldn't really matter if you gave him those other abilities, because his release is terrible and he's just a bad card. Now, some of you guys were asking me, okay, G, you say every card sucks. That's not true, because a lot of the cards that are still on my team, they're decent. That's why I haven't rate sold them yet. So the only card that I'm looking forward to, right, with Zero Chill, and I know he's going to get a card, is Andrew Luck, right? And he's going to be the best card in the game. This card right here is still the best card in the game, just overall quarterback-wise. He just doesn't have the numbers. He just doesn't have the abilities, and that's all that it is. His next card, EA is probably going to make it a limited, because that's the way they're going to make the most money, and he will be worth it as long as they kept everything the same with his release and everything about like what he does. Because objectively, he reminds me of like Aaron Rodgers in Madden 20. For those of you guys that have been watching that long, let me know. But when I discovered, and yes, it was me that discovered that Aaron Rodgers did not need abilities, that's when the game changed for me. Remember, that was the year with abilities when everything started, and then we were able to save on that, and I was just dominating with streak specialists. Out of every pro and everyone that I played that year, I still had the most points when they had weekend league. You could not stop me, because even though the game was garbage as far as like everybody mossing and there was like a lot of wild stuff, that's when the Gmias streak was born. Right? And we started to understand, you know, the throwing motions and the way that the ball, you know, comes out of the hand and all that stuff, and gunslinger. And we realized that you don't need certain abilities. So with him, you don't need gunslinger. You don't need all this other stuff. Like autogram is garbage. Like I don't care what these guys are saying to you. I'm going to tell you, like I played with these cards. I know what's going on. Like there is no way possible, okay, that you're going to tell me that autogram is him. Autogram is trash as hell. But if you give him a lot of abilities, he's suitable. This guy doesn't need them, and he's all purpose. If you want to run around like an idiot, if you want whatever you want to do, he's good. But you can't use him right now in the game. I would probably say to go with Lamar Jackson temporarily or Jalen Hurts. You cannot use Andrew Luck right now, although he's one of the better cards. So we're going to have to wait it out, but I do believe we're only still in part one of this actual situation, right? We're in like, I guess they're going to have like 2 more parts of it, and then everything's going to start to come together. But I do believe that if EA Sports has any common sense, they will drop an Andrew Luck card, okay? Because that's going to break the bank, and everybody's going to go crazy about it. Other than that, they did drop a set for these other cards, the 93s, not the 94s. The 94s are limiteds, but this set is highway robbery, okay? When you start to add up what you're putting in this set, it doesn't make any sense to do the set. Why would you put 16 cards in this when you can go do a Team Diamond and actually make coins and actually start to contribute to building up and selling one of the other champions of the Team Diamonds? This is absolutely disgusting. So although we did ask for a set, this is not the right way. It's just so bad, the things that they've been doing, and they're so out of touch. But I'm going to let you guys know always what makes sense and what doesn't. So we have to wait it out. Right now, I would recommend Jalen Hurts. If you don't want to run around like an idiot and you just want to throw the ball from the pocket, I would say Dan Marino has the fastest release in the game, in my opinion. You guys let me know what you're thinking. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. One love, y'all.